Hey guys, my name is Johan from Blueprint Coaching. Hope you are well, and I'm excited to share with you that for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be doing an episode about self-publishing your first book or actually creating your own book. And within the 4 weeks, you should get a basic understanding on what to expect. And I wanted to create this to create you guys a bit of urgency to write your book and more importantly, to make you feel comfortable and to understand some things that are going to pop up. Now, it's a very long process. So in these 4 episodes, I'm actually going to try and condense a lot of information. There'll be about 10, 15-minute episode each. So what I recommend that maybe you watch this once or twice to get a bit of an idea on what I'm trying to illustrate as well. So, and I'm also going to share with you my email. So if you've got any questions, you can reach out. And I'm going to share with you a link to my book so you can get a bit of a gauge on what it entails. And to start the episode, guys, I want to share with you four things you need to understand about writing and publishing your first book. And these four parts are very, very critical. So I self-published this book called Little Voices, Big Dreams. It's going really, really, really well. But there are things that have happened within the process, and hopefully it gives you a bit of confidence to start your first book. So, and if this is your first time, guys, by the way, watching this episode, like, subscribe, and share this content with some friends. And we're also on Spotify as well. So the first four things I want to communicate with you today is that number one is when you're writing a book, don't procrastinate and try and get it perfect. You've got to understand that there's going to be a lot of mistakes within your first or second book. So don't spend time trying to make it perfect. Just try and make it happen, and you can fix things a bit later on. And even if you do mistakes once it's published, like I've had a couple of things that popped up, you got to move on and learn from them. Success is built on taking action, not on getting things perfect. So that's number one. Number two, the most critical, important part is, are you going to do a self-published book or are you going to reach out to a publisher? There are pros and cons to each. Now, a publisher might want to own your rights. Publishers don't really pay anything upfront unless you're a well-known writer. You're restricted in what you can and what you can't write, and you don't control any of the sales and marketing. But there's some benefits. You don't have to worry about sales and marketing. You don't have to worry about distribution. But the return is that your revenue taken will be very small. You can go down the self-published route. You got more control, different sales channels. But if you don't know how to copyright, edit, market, print, get an ISBN number and a GSN number and all that kind of stuff, I can see people going around in circles. So what I did myself is I love control. I love taking control of my future. So I created my own publishing company called Blueprint Publishing. It's registered and whatnot. So we do everything from copywriting, editing, marketing, designs, printing, you name it, we do it. So if you're interested in writing your first book, I can help you publish it as well. And we don't want to own your rights. We just charge a upfront fee. Once you pay it, we get along and help you out then. So if you want to publish your own book, just reach out via email, which I'll leave on below. The third thing you really want to understand is that there's going to be a lot of upfront cost that are needed. So, some people want to do their own designs, which is fine, but you might still need some help, to pay someone to upload it on a PDF or a Canva type so you can publish the book and all that kind of stuff. And you've also got to accept that if you're going to be marketing your own book, it's going to cost you money as well. And to print out books, it's not cheap. They can cost anywhere from $5 to $15 per unit, depending on the book. This was quite expensive for this one. It was about $9 to $10 to print 500 books. So also the less you order, the more you pay. But for your first print run, don't do 500, guys. If you haven't got the cash, do about 50. To be honest with you, get used to it and all that kind of stuff. So that's another critical part that you want to understand, is that you got to have the cash flow out there. The other critical part is that you've got to know your market. So I'm going to share with you two case studies. So even though this is a book for children, the book is designed for an adult to be reading it to a child. So therefore, I have two markets. I have a child, but I also have a reader who might be a guardian who wants to read this book to the child. So I've designed it in the way where the words are easy. I haven't used any complicated language. And when I speak to up and coming writers, usually they try and sound smart or clever. Don't use words that your audience isn't going to know. Use words that your audience are going to understand. So I'm going to start a Christian book. It's about sales using Christian belief systems and whatnot. So, Christians are going to be buying it. So they're going to understand things like scripture and all that kind of stuff. But I know there's going to be an audience who's going to purchase the book that doesn't have that knowledge. So I've got to cater for both markets. And also, I've got to understand that people might be buying it as a book on how to sell. So I'm not going to use terminology to sound clever and smart. I'm going to use terminology to really interact and understand who my consumer is. So these are the first points I really want to share. I'm not going to put a whole heap of summary on the description tab. I want to keep it nice and sweet. So watch this episode maybe once or twice. But on the next episode, we're going to talk about formatting. And I'm going to share with you 3 to 4 things that I learned about formatting your book as well. Super, super critical. I'd like to know your thoughts. Leave me a comment. And, good luck, and awesome that you're having the courage to write your book. It's an amazing thing. And you know what, guys? When you publish your own book, buy it. Don't take it for free. I paid $24.95 for my own book. And the reason why, you're showing value within yourself as well, guys. So God bless. Speak soon. Welcome to the Blueprint, and looking forward to hearing your success. Speak soon, guys. Take care.